Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. ICJP.
Hello.
Hello. Let me plug my computer in. I don't know where Brandon is. I didn't have him in here. I just shared the invite with him again.
Yeah.
So, for whatever reason, I think he said his Skype was giving him an issue.
Ah, right. Okay. This is the first time I've ever used Skype. So.
Oh, and there's no limit that doesn't kick you off after 45 minutes.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, we'll see. Can you see me okay? I looked washed out on my screen.
Yeah, I can see you fine. Well, I've got you on the big screen there. It's easier to speak.
I see me in your window behind you. Yes.
Yeah.
I've got a big screen over there, and I thought about hooking it up that way, but
yeah,
that's brilliant. I got to check out your studio in person.
It's a bit crammed at the minute because I've got that much stuff in here and I don't know what to do with it.
That's okay. I'm in my shop, so at least you have a studio. Yeah. I'm going to plug my
studio
for a while. Can you see this coat?
Yes, jacket? I can, yes.
Is this the patch you were talking about?
It definitely looks like the one I was looking at. Yeah, it definitely does.
Okay. That's my police jacket. It's got my department name on the front, my name. It's not an official police jacket. A bunch of us got them like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
what's your department like when you get, like if you was to buy a new jacket, a warmer jacket and put all the stuff on, are they happy as long as it's got police on it, or do they not like it?
Yeah, they're fine with it. And we get a uniform allowance. We don't have a quartermaster system, so they give us a set amount of money each year, and then we buy stuff from that. So I think the screen just changed, and there's Brandon.
Hi.
Let me get rid of the chat. Hi, buddy.
Hello.
God damn.
You okay?
Giant fucking pain in the ass.
Me?
Everything.
You're kind of quiet. Brandon.
You're kind of quiet.
There we go. That's JP over there.
Hey, JP, how are you?
I'm fine. Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm outstanding.
Fabulous.
All right, I think we're going.
Are we going, Mike?
Now,
are we?
I watched a lot of tutorial videos. First of all, do I look washed out to you, Brandon?
A little bit.
I can't. I don't know how.
On my end, JP's completely frozen. Well, wait, no, never mind. He moved. Christ's sake.
I've turned off like 6 lights in here. All the lights behind me, on each side, in front of me, because I was too bright.
You shine bright like a diamond, Mike.
Something my parents never told me when I was younger, that I was too bright.
In a world full of darkness, you are the light.
Aw, thanks, buddy.
No problem. I don't even think I need my light. Let me turn that off. Save electricity.
Yeah, you got sun coming in, don't you?
Yeah, I have this giant sliding glass door. So, I should probably start recording the audio on my end.
That's what I started doing. JP, are you recording on your end?
Why I most certainly am.
All right.
There we go. All right.
Couple disappointing things about JP. One, Yankee fan.
God bless it. I
know. I
It's
can't.
all right. Nobody's perfect.
Far from it. Far from it.
There are. I guess the world needs Yankee fans too for some reason. I can't figure out why.
Yeah, but we try to keep them all in New York. Like, I don't like it when they get out.
Yeah. He escaped and went far away.
Far, far away.
Far, far away.
It's okay. This is going to be a very stressful weekend because my in-laws
Yes.
are all diehard Dodger fans.
Oh boy.
And there's a slightly big Giants-Dodgers series that's about to start tonight with both teams tied for first.
Oh boy.
And we'll be going to their house tomorrow.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
I'm going to be pretty fucking hammered.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't see. Hold on a second. I slept for 2 hours.
That's about what I slept for yesterday.
Okay, great. It was a late decision after I got my truck. And I sent you the picture to the group, right, of the window thing?
Yeah, you did. You even tagged me and shit.
Yeah, I'm going to text it to JP, but
Trying to get all of my swearing out before we actually start the show.
all right, well, that's fine. I'll let you know what
I'm sorry. I'm super fucking frustrated.
and I'm super effing tired.
Like, I bought this keyhole jig, and I went to
Yes.
go do keyholes in the back of
piece
the
of
bottle
wood?
opener for David. And, well, one, it was like a fucking 45-minute thing to try to get the bushing on my router and then make it to where the bit wasn't going to explode when it hit it.
Oh, God.
So finally just locked it all the way down. I was like, oh, fuck it. I'll just plunge it in myself instead of using my plunge
Okay.
feature on my router, because why would DeWalt make it to where I could do all that?
Yeah.
And go to freaking use the little guide, and somehow the motherfucker went sideways.
It went sideways.
Yeah, so now I had to throw that away with both magnets, and I might actually see if I can salvage the magnets out of it.
Hold on. Before you do all that, they make that plastic wood filler that you can then drill into. Fucking fill the holes and try and save it.
Or
Or
I could take like the 20 minutes it's going to take to cut out a new piece and just do that, because I'm going to light that bitch on fire.
literally going to put it in the fire bin.
Yes.
You should paint it with Dodgers colors and then put it in the fire bin at your in-laws.
Well, it's got a Padres logo and a Rams logo, so I'm kind of cool with burning this bitch.
That's pretty funny. All right.
But I'm also making a serving board for my mom.
Oh, let's hold on.
Yeah, a little delayed.
Well,
There it is.
this is the warm-up part where Mike still figures out what buttons do what.
I would think by now you'd have them labeled.
Hey, I did. I had to push the green button so I can hear it in here. JP knows what I'm talking about because he's got the Roadcaster right next to him.
That's okay.
Yes.
I have this.
Nice. Okay. I loaded
Sits nicely on my little IKEA desk with all the school shit behind me.
At least you have a desk. Look at JP's actually in a professional studio.
I know. I feel like a piece of shit now.
I'm in a shop. He spent
This
years putting this together.
This technically should be a bar.
A bar? Yeah. It's very late for him, too. It's like after 10 o'clock, right?
All right. Well,
Yeah, 10:15. It's not late for me.
Okay.
I can't.
All right, cool.
No issues from me.
All right, good.
yeah, let's do this thing.
Well, hold on, because we're going to... Where am I on the screen? Because on here, I'm up in the far corner like this big.
Yeah, that's where I am. You're on my right.
Okay. All right, I'm wondering that...
Why, are you going to try to point to shit?
No.
Because you know that this is going to go cattywampus the second you try to do that.
I'm not going to point.
Mike, hands like this, and then put them in your lap.
What I was going to try and do was...
No jacking off.
I'm curious when it records... I won't do any of that. Where we will be in relation on the screen, I have no idea. So we'll find out. Whatever.
It's going to be a surprise.
Yeah. Did you watch the last episode?
I did. I watched it, and then I just listened to your cold open.
Oh, wait.
So I went and I watched it on YouTube,
Yes.
and then I listened
I got
to your
you.
open
Okay. On
for the audio.
on the app. Okay.
There it is.
It's gonna be that way.
I know. I'm going to have so much fun with this.
My computer is
This is going to be like an
processing.
episode full of just me bullying Mike. Wait, Mike, you're not 65, right? This isn't going to be elder abuse?
No, 10 years until I get to be 65.
Okay, cool. So it's just bullying. It's just cyberbullying at this point.
Yes. I think we're against bullying, though. Not sure.
Okay, hazing then?
Maybe hazing.
Are we okay with hazing?
As long as you don't duct tape me to a goalpost and throw footballs at my nuts, I think we're okay.
Okay, I don't plan on doing that.
Okay. JP, you got a problem with that?
No, I don't think I've not brought any balls, so...
You know what I wanted to do for you, JP, was show once again Tim Anderson's walk-off home run in the Field of Dreams game, but I don't have the video queued up.
Yeah. Funnily enough, someone sent me that today.
Oh, awesome. I went on to MLB.com and looked for the game on DVD because don't you think that should be available? I recorded it, and it's on my DVR. Yet, with all the technology available to everybody, I have no idea how to get it off the DVR and onto some type of thumb drive or recorded piece of something or other or computer. Yeah. So I don't want to delete the game until someone makes
DVRs have like a USB input. I feel like you could probably hook it into the back.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll work. But I would think
getting to
plug it into the thing, and then you can pull it up. Look, this is how technical I am, Mike. You just plug the thing into the deal.
Yeah.
Then you open up the window, and you search for the deal that you want, and then you drag drop it into wherever the fuck it goes.
It might work. The main problem is getting to the back of the thing through the rear of the thingamabobber with 1900 cables.
You just go around the back door.
I like going in the back door on occasion, but I can't. There's no back door back there.
There's always a back door somewhere.
Since you
watched,
watched,
not trying hard enough.
Yeah. Since you watched, so we're gonna go off the rails, JP. Since you watched the video,
are we ever on the rails?
No. Did you notice in the video that the audio cut out for the question from David Franklin?
Yes, I did. I laughed hysterically.
I panicked because I was watching it in the shop.
I laughed hysterically, and I actually yelled at my iPad, "See, I'm not fucking crazy."
So we're not doing any of that like question stuff this week, but we did get a question from Marty from Red Lake Woodshop.
Oh, you didn't even send it to me. Am I supposed to have a well thought out answer?
Well, we weren't going to use it this episode because this is strictly just 9/11.
Okay.
So I screenshot it and I will send it to you. He actually asked the our IG page, the Handcuffs and Sawdust IG page. Don't you have access to that?
No.
Oh.
And if I do, nobody told me about it.
I don't know if we can have two people logged in at the same time.
I don't know. I mean, my wife has access to the Full House page.
What?
Surely that would be okay, that.
Well, the whole thing was she was supposed to fucking help me, and she doesn't do shit.
You're going to change your name to Empty House. It's the Empty House.
I love how he said that and checked the door as he said that.
Yeah, he has to look to his right.
He said it and then it's over.
Like, as it was coming out, going, no.
I thought you kicked everybody out of the house at 2:00.
No, they're upstairs. They're finishing up math, and then they're going to hang out for a bit. They might try to sneak out, so if you hear some weird shit in the background, that's just them.
All right, if you hear water falling, like cascading down, someone's taking a shower in the house because it comes right down here to the basement.
That's okay. The shower in our bedroom is right there.
Oh, right above you. All right.
Yep.
I'm going to send JP these pictures.
Let's hope there's no leaks.
So also, did you like the being able to see the pictures of the police officers and stuff?
Yeah, I kind of go back and forth. Like, should we be putting those up without?
They're on the internet.
Well, there's lots of shit on the internet that shouldn't be there, Mike.
I didn't steal the.
Have you seen something called the BME Pain Olympics?
No.
Yeah, dude chops his junk off. That's on the internet.
Is that safe to Google?
I wouldn't. Not Google that.
Not from a work computer, JP.
Hell no. I don't even want that in my search history. Like, I had to change emails after that. Like, I threw stuff away.
I don't want to click
I don't
on
want to
it
be associated
and
with
then
that.
it's the guy on the bed with the long dong. I got another one of those this week. Someone got me again. Yet again.
That's turning into the new Rickroll.
It is, really, man. Oh,
All right, Rick Roller noise.
There we go.
Here's what we did. I think I've got some issues worked out. So when we do these questions, which one person keeps sending us, thank you, David Franklin, I will download the audio and pre-install it into the Rodecaster because I can do that. So then it won't not play. Today, we have a 2-minute and 20-second cold open.
No, okay.
So it's all 9/11 stuff.
Okay, so this episode we're solely talking 9/11.
Yes.
Okay.
We're not even doing our intro. We're going to cold open right to Three Guys Very Sad. So, unless you want, that's why we're discussing. Unless you want me to, we're going to do the cold open, and then I can roll our intro music if you want. It kind of takes the sound.
Yeah, because we're going to be releasing this on ours too, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so then we should probably have our intro, because, I mean, in all honesty, if after 2 minutes and 20 seconds people are still hanging around and they're like not sure, like, is this the fucking show?
Or we can intro music, then cold open.
Let's do that.
Got
So
it.
at least people know, hey,
I'm in the right place.
I'm at the right place. Holy shit, yeah, this makes sense. They're fucking depressing.
Okay.
Daily dose of depression.
Now, I don't know if you're going to have a problem with this, but I stole a bunch of stuff off the internet
Yeah, it's okay. Worst case, we just get a cease and desist.
after it's already aired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So
we'll have to either go back and either take the video down or just
Edit
cut
it
that
out.
part out.
yeah. So
But the audio part should be fine.
it should be. I found
Like,
one video.
Is it copyrighted?
I found a video on YouTube. I screen recorded it. I edited
As
it.
long as you, would it be as long as you give the acknowledgement to whoever uploaded it? That should be enough.
Yeah.
Well, I think they also then took a bunch of stuff that was on the internet from 20 years and
Well, if their
piecemealed
shit's
it.
up there, then
Yeah.
I feel confident, Mike. I feel confident.
All right.
Still
So
on the credit notes, it says copyright FBI, and then there might be an issue.
yeah, female body inspectors want me to cease and desist.
I get that all the time.
Yeah, so do I. Unfortunately, at my age, not many female bodies I'm inspecting, which is good. Just one, main one,
Just one.
just one for the rest of my life and for the last 30 years.
Until we die.
Wait, 36 years. I think
Yeah, you
it's
better
been.
get that number right.
What it was 1985 was our first date, November 1st.
That's
No,
2
November
years.
10th or something.
2 years prior to my existence.
That's how long I've been eating the same cereal.
I mean, you put it that way.
It's been a fantastic cereal. I love it. It's my favorite cereal in the whole world. All right.
She in the room? Are you okay? Blink twice if you need help.
She's at work, and she's earning her money because she makes more than me and keeps this boat afloat. So yesterday, I don't know. I guess we'll get this out of the way because this will all be on YouTube. Yesterday, my friend Jim got promoted to lieutenant, my former sergeant. So big to-do at the village board meeting. We have 2 village board meetings a month, I think. So, and then my buddy Brian, who retired, they did the official announcement at the village board meeting of Brian's retirement. One of the trustees is a retired police officer, and his son is a PO with us. His other son's a PO in the neighboring town. His other son's a plumber. So Russ is the trustee. he gets to read a proclamation or some type of legal thing that the village put together about Brian's retirement. They swear Jimmy in as lieutenant and all this stuff. And then they call Brian up, and Russ is going to read this proclamation. Whereas to, that kind of language. Whereas to Brian Norris served 24 years with the police department. So Brian started in 1997. Right off the bat, he says he was sworn in on such and such a date, 1987. And I'm like, what? I'm looking around. And then, whereas he retired October something or other of 2021. He retired in August. I don't know who the fuck wrote this thing, but I looked around. One of the guys that came to watch Jimmy get promoted sees them doing this thing about Brian, and he goes, 1987? He doesn't even look 50 years old. I'm like, he's not 50 years old. That's wrong. I'm just standing trying to talk quietly under my mask. That's not so. I pulled everyone aside last night on my shift.
I can just imagine that Mike going up to Everett. Hey, just so you know, they were off.
No, everyone knew.
Hey, you, Mir,
come here.
Hey, just so you know, they were talking about the day when you started and all that. They were off.
Brian goes,
I don't want you being concerned. They were off.
I'm like, here's the deal. When I retire, I'm gonna give them a letter with all that shit on it in really big letters.
At the print. Next village meeting, are you gonna go up there and go, just some housekeeping?
Yeah, right. Or housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Yeah, here's my shit. Get this right for when I go. So my deputy chief came up to me afterwards. We're all out on the in front of the fire department taking a huge picture with Jimmy and Brian. And then he pulls me aside. He's like,
in front of the fire department?
Yeah, we're in the firehouse driveway. I don't know. You don't want to be in front of our police department because then you'd be standing in a parking lot. Well, the side of the front of our police department is located at the back of our village hall. It's shitty. So we stood on the driveway of the police department, which is at the front of the village hall because it's the fire department. Why wouldn't it be? And there's a lot more room. So we get the picture taken, and he goes, "Hey, are you leaving next year?" I'm like, you mean like in 110 work days? I don't know.
Not that I'm counting.
Not that I'm counting. He's like, I don't want to lose you. And I go, yeah, that's cool. I appreciate that, but unless you pull a rabbit out of your ass and we get like 7 people, and I can get put on day shift, I'm not staying. So we just hired 2 new recruits. So he told me about that. Did I tell you about the one? We got our first female hire. Did I tell you about her?
Was she the one that was like scoring at the top of everything?
Well, she did, but then there was a rumor saying that...
rumors.
Yeah, she said to somebody at some point that she's going to change our department from the inside out.
Oh, to be young and stupid.
Yeah. So they hired her.
Yeah, because that's what they want. They want somebody that is naive enough to think that they're going to make a difference in that organization.
Yeah. You want to hear the good part?
What's the good part?
She couldn't pass the power test.
The power test?
Yes, I will tell you how this works in Illinois.
What is the power test?
All right. So there's 2 types of physical agility tests you have to take to get hired by us. The first one is our own in-house testing that we've been doing for like 25 years and should be changed, where you have to do, you do a quarter-mile sprint. You have to do a ladder rung hang, where you hang from a ladder rung without locking your arms out for like 30 seconds. You do an obstacle course. You jump a 6-foot wall. You drag a dummy. You climb a ladder. You run up and down stairs without breaking your ankles. You do all this stuff. It literally takes hours. And then if you pass all of that, which very few females have ever done, because they can't get over the 6-foot wall.
Well, yeah, because that's a lot of upper body strength.
Yes.
Just for the ladder rung. Like, I don't even know that
that's very hard.
Do that.
At 50, that was hard for me to go back and do. Even with these, guns.
Pythons.
Yeah. JP thinks that's funny, which means I have small arms.
You must have been praying to the Swoley ghost.
Yeah. So that's the first test the power test you have to take. You do that physical agility test first. That's the first step. Well, first step in the application
what's
process
the power test?
is orientation. And then, all right. So you get hired, you do your psych, you do your background, you do your lie detector, do all that.
But what's the power test?
I'm getting to that. You pass all that. Months go by.
I'm aware of how the hiring process goes, Mike.
Well, this is people might not be. So then you get an academy
This is
date,
for me.
and they go, you're going to the academy. You're like, yay! Before you get to the academy, you have to do what's called the power test. The power test in Illinois, and most departments only require this test. You can go now and get a power test card that's good for a year. So you go to a junior college, you do the power test, you got the card. Power test.
What's the power test?
Here's the power test. You got to run a mile and a half.
Okay.
And it's time related to either female, male, and then your age group, right?
Okay.
So for me, at my age, it was like when I got in the academy and I was 33, I had to do the power test. I had to run a mile and a half in 14:26.
Okay.
Because I was 33 years old. But younger, it's like 12 minutes, right?
Damn.
So
all right.
Power test.
So what was the time that she had to?
I have no idea. She's got to run.
What time did she run?
I don't know. Here's what you have to do. You do the run. Then you got to do bench press, where you have to bench like 95% of your body weight, unless you're an old person, As you get older, the lifting goes down. So you got the run, you got the lifting. Then you have what's called a sit and reach. You actually sit at a box with your feet up against the
pinnacle
box.
of all athletic endeavors.
Right, and you push that slide thing forward. And the last thing is a set amount of sit-ups.
Okay.
She didn't pass the sit-ups.
How many sit-ups do you have to do?
I can Google it.
It's not that important to me.
Well, like for me, it was. Well, I don't know because
be here all day.
For me, it was like 24 or some ridiculously at 50.
Okay,
it's all different age brackets for you because for us, I mean, don't get me wrong by any stretch of the imagination. We've got to run for a little bit and push a little bar. That's all we have to do. Which is quite astounding that we have a lot of people that don't pass ours. But I'm actually surprised that you've got it for different sexes, different age brackets, because it is what it is over here, and if you don't pass it, it's all right.
Well, that's
what ours is to get in. Like, you have to meet X, Y, and Z. Like, it's the same as yours. It's, well, to a certain degree. We have to run a 99-yard obstacle course that's supposed to simulate a foot pursuit. You have to run a 500-yard sprint.
Ooh.
But I don't know why they settled on that number. Like, it's odd. Dummy drag.
Okay.
6-foot wall, solid and chain link. And then some agencies require. Yeah. And then some agencies like mine require a 1.5 mile run within a certain amount of time. But it's dude, chick, 45, 25. You're running the same time. Like, this is the standard. Meet it.
Okay.
If you can't meet it, you can't work here.
Okay.
But there's no like ongoing testing. You do it. It's like one and done.
All right. This is a 1-minute sit-up test. Then the 1 repetition maximum bench press, the 1.5 mile run, and the sit and reach. I'm trying to get here. I got the age brackets. So, and this is
just give us her age bracket.
Okay.
And the number she was supposed to meet.
I'm going to assume she's 20 to 29. That's the first age
fair
bracket.
Assumption.
Sit and reach 18.8 inches.
But how many for sit-ups?
31 sit-ups.
And she couldn't meet that?
Look at this so apparently she couldn't do 31 sit-ups and maximum bench press ratio, she only had to do 58% of her body weight. And the 1.5 mile run, she gets 16 minutes and 21 seconds.
I could walk it in that.
So that stipulation is crazy. So she couldn't do 31 sit-ups apparently.
Okay. Well, sucks to suck.
Yeah, and you know what's stupid? I laughed my ass off when she told me. Or not when she told me. I don't know this chick. When
right in her face.
Right. I wish I was there. When my friends told me.
Like that Always Sunny meme. Dumb bitch.
It made my day. Because you're going to make a comment like that, and then you can't fucking pass a test. A physical agility test. And she's supposedly some big workout person. Apparently not big enough. All right,
in CrossFit, they don't do sit-ups.
Yeah, right. So, back to my deputy chief before we got railed. he said,
You side railed.
he said, "What? Why do you want to go?" And I'm like, "Because I'll be 56 and stuck on nights, and I'm just too old to be fighting these assholes."
I'm too old for this.
Well, we're hiring 2. Yeah, I know. I heard about the one. Now they had to go back to number 3. And then we got together a lateral list. So here, a lateral list is they take all these other police officers who are certified police officers that want to come here, which probably no one wants to. And then they're building a lateral list as well. Well, they will draw from that. So we'll get some people eventually at some point that go right to the street. No academy. And I said, in order for me to get to days, there has to be some exorbitant amount of movement in the department where 3 spots open up on days because there's 2 people ahead of me that want to go to days. So I would need 3 spots open. So whatever. He goes, well, then he said something stupid. How about I sit down the guys that want to go to days, and then I ask him, I really want to keep Mike here. Can you not go to days? I'm like, Joe, really?
I could see a union having a big issue with that.
Well, here's my point. I'm one of 2 truck enforcement officers for the department. So we do overweight trucks and stuff, all that stuff. And the best place to get them is on day shift. Yeah. My chief asked me one night, how come you're not doing trucks? I'm like, well, because if I get one at 4 or 5 in the morning, it's going to push it to overtime, and I don't want to be here past 7. So he goes, you need to write more trucks. And I said, you need to put me on days. Because the chief can put whoever he wants, wherever he wants. That's his discretion. Especially if it's a specified or a specialized position. It's in our contract. So he could do whatever he wants, but whatever.
So when you're taking on Mike, if you're taking on it in your specific department, they will turn around and say, we want officers on this shift pattern and it's regular nights and it's as simple as that.
I'm sorry, JP?
When your department took you on, is it a case of they say, we've got 2 openings on night, we've got nothing on day, so we're going to take you on, you're going to go on nights?
Yeah, actually, it's all seniority based. So when I came back to the department, I knew I had no seniority and I would end up on nights. There were still a bunch of young guys on. Now, that was 5 years ago. There were still a bunch of young guys on the department that their kids hadn't grown or they hadn't had kids yet, and they had been on nights for like 10 years. And finally, when some of the older guys retired and they were able to go to days because they had the seniority, I got pushed back. I got pushed to nights. And I knew it would happen at some point because I was coming onto the department with no seniority. My experience in that same department didn't count, right? Because I came back to the police department. So I knew I would go back to nights. Lately. Right. And I was okay with that because I knew the guys that were retiring were my friends and they'd get replaced. They were supposed to be replaced. So now we're down 7 people because they've never replaced anybody. So because they didn't replace anybody, I've been stuck on nights. And now by the time they replenish the whole police department, it could be 3 more years, and I'm not staying for 3 more years. So, whatever. It's all good. I've got fodder for the podcast as long as I'm there. All right. Well, I guess we should start. All right. So, we're going to do the music. Then we're going to do the open. Right? Are you okay with this, Brandon?
I'm fine with it. I'm waiting. Just patiently waiting.
All right. Thanks for joining us today. All right. Oh, there we go. Your mic almost got in the way. You'd be like this.
I know. I had to kind of scoop underneath it. Or here we go. Right there.
There we go.
Like that? 2 for Tuesday?
Did you see the
movie
movie
Friday?
It? Did you see the movie It? Not the bad one from the 90s, the new one.
Fuck no. I don't like clowns.
Oh, dude, this movie's so good. Anyways, one of the kids just...
Hard pass.
Oh. How about you, JP? Have you seen it? It?
I've seen the first part. I couldn't bear looking at that because I'm not keen on clowns either. Nobody is that happy in life. No way.
Oh, can I tell you... Oh, I want to save this story for a podcast. So, Brandon, you're going to have to remind me.
Well, then save it.
All right, you're going to have to bring up
I want to
clowns.
save this story for a future show, but I'm going to tell you guys right now.
Well, because you said clowns, so now it,
You want me to say clowns in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Right.
I just want you to know that in the middle of an episode, I'm just going to be sitting here and just, hey, Mike, clowns.
Clown story. Go.
No, I'm just gonna say clown.
And then I'm going to say, what? You're calling me a
no,
clown?
no context.
Yeah.
No context at all. What? Like I'm funny? Like I'm a clown? Like I'm here
I'll
to
make
amuse
laugh
you?
like a clown? Yeah. All right. Getting faster on the buttons. JP.
Getting better. Getting better.
What buttons do you have programmed in your Roadcaster, JP?
This is never going to happen, is it?
Yeah.
Right. I did have a label on mine after my hiccup because I was in the process of interviewing someone who was telling me about a husband stabbed to death on duty, and as I leaned over, I hit the as well, which was the badumch thing as well, which was a complete nightmare just as she finished speaking.
horrible.
And I was on the thing going, sorry, no, I'm sorry, I did. Oh, it's just a bit of a nightmare, that one. So I was like, we'll re-record it. I don't
Way
know
to bring
how.
up a painful memory, Mike.
Yeah. I'm all about it.
I don't know. I don't even know what I have on. Can you hear mine coming through?
I can't.
I got nothing.
But you can hear mine, JP?
I literally just have about 3 buttons with random songs on that come on the Roadcaster.
Okay.
And then 3 other songs, one for the In Memoriam podcast, one for the theme tune. And I think one that I uploaded to see what it sounded like, and that's just a random free sample music.
All right. I didn't know if you have your intro music as well on there.
Yes, I do.
All right. If you want to send that to me, we could do like a joint music intro thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We'll do mine and then yours, and then because if you're going to use this in the future, then why not? Unless you want to edit it later, edit yours in later, whatever.
Yeah,
Coming together.
Easy. Like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah. All right.
Mike, I don't know if you realize this, but we are repairing international relations right now.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were broken.
Well,
I
saw this clip of British Parliament saying we're not working with this fucking country until this Biden administration's gone.
You have that clip?
No, I don't have that clip.
Oh, okay.
I see this shit at like 2:00 in the morning.
Well, that's 2 PM for me. And you. Where do you see it? You should send that shit to me.
Okay, I'll start sending that stuff to you. But yeah, no, like British Parliament was going off on our exit from Afghanistan.
Good. The whole world has noticed.
Yeah.
Can we impeach him now? Is it too late? Is it not too early to impeach
You gotta
him?
wait. You gotta wait until after the midterm elections because that's when Republicans will retake the House and the Senate,
and then we can get rid of both of them.
And then they can play the same bullshit that the Democrats played with Trump.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, all politics. Well, Mike, I'm going to say a naughty word. So, earmuffs. Okay,
earmuffs.
All politicians are cunts.
Oh, well, the C word. Okay.
Don't care. It's the most fitting term I can find for every one of those little douchebags.
Douchebags, yes. I concur.
I third that.
Did you know I made a comment to my window tint guy today that I'm going to have to say during the show, but we are the #1 English-speaking law enforcement woodworking podcast downloaded in Moscow.
Brilliant.
We've been downloaded in Moscow. I don't know who's listening to us in Moscow, but thank you very much, Moscow.
Yeah, it's KGB. Hey, KGB, if you're listening, fuck you.
Hey, they're our fans.
I don't care.
There's a KGB.
But all of a sudden, we lose Brandon's signal. There's a fuzz and it's gone. Where's Brandon?
Yeah.
I don't care. I am beyond ready to live Red Dawn.
The first one, not the crappy second remake.
Well, yeah, I don't even recognize that one as an actual movie.
Okay, thank you. Even though Chris Hemsworth was in that, right? The remake?
One of them was.
One of the Hemsworths?
One of the Hemsworth. Brothers Hemsworth.
One of them's in Westworld. He's the fat one. Liam Hemsworth, I think it is. Got to go somewhere?
No, just the news. Apparently there's an apartment complex on fire or a kitchen fire in a San Jose apartment. And you know what? I probably know exactly who it is. I think I arrested her the last time she did it.
The address popped up on your phone?
No, it's just a news update of like crews responding to a kitchen fire in San Jose apartment.
Oh, because you only got one apartment complex in San Jose. That's how rich your city is.
No, but kitchen fires in apartment complexes are a little bit odd.
Okay.
Like at least that make the news.
Oh, all right, cool.
Let's put it this way: the last time one made the news, it was the lady I arrested
Oh, all right.
for doing it.
Was she cooking meth?
No, she said she lit it to keep warm, and that she was going to do it again the second we left.
Yeah, I mean, we had this drug addict guy in our city for many years who, at 12 years old, was on tour as a singer in a death metal band who went to like Europe and all these places. So
Is that technically singing?
I don't know. I say no, but I have a friend who listens to that stuff and he would say yes. So
Like no, I like death metal. It's just
But
I
what-
wouldn't call it singing.
okay, well, he was the front man
Okay.
at 12 touring Europe and the US, where he was introduced to all kinds of drugs and hookers and stuff, I'm sure. And so he became a lifelong addict. And we
So it
dealt
turns
with
out he
him.
was a fan.
A fan.
He was a fan of the drugs and the hookers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
there we go. Mike gets it right.
Mike's still sleeping.
We should
So
probably start this then before you pass out.
yeah. Anyways, his dad left him a house.
Yeah, you're right. We should probably start this. So, anywho,
Well, I gotta
this
finish
meth
the
addict,
story.
Former frontman of a.
So his dad left him a house, and it was at the end of a block in a dead end street, and it was horrible. We used to go there all the time. So he had the heat shut off because he couldn't pay any bills because he was just, a druggie.
Meth.
And his dad stopped paying the utilities. So he lit his couch on fire to warm up his house. And the fire department had to come, and there was the couch burned into the floor, which went into the basement, and then they boarded up his house, and he just broke the boards down and stayed in there and lived in there anyways. Okay. Enough with that.
Riveting.
Google Francis Burke.
I promise you I won't.
Okay. And then
I will forget by the time this is over.
Francis Burke death metal. So
Okay.
anyways, he died last year when he overdosed behind a drugstore in another city. So, and
It's ironic. He OD'd
I'm
behind a
Google
drug
now.
store.
right, or a liquor store, one of those two addiction stores. And then
Gosh.
what one of the funny things is, my buddy Drew, who I always talk about, Drew lives in the city, Chicago, and he was driving home through these neighborhoods, and he saw Burke on the street, and he yells, "Francis!" in the middle of Chicago, and Burke's looking around like, who the fuck knows me out here? All right, just messing with tweakers. All right,
It is fun.
all right, here we go. Silence. And then we're going to do the intro and the cold open.
One has been stabbed.
Take two.
We
It
sort
has
of
to-
like started here and then it cut off.
Well, you know what?
And then I started to hear it again.
You know what I accidentally did? I potted it down, which would be a broadcast term for sliding the slider down. I thought it was on a different channel.
So you made it quiet.
I did. So now it has to play out because I can't stop it. So we have 2 minutes.
So we have to sit here for 2 minutes while it plays, and then we have to go back and listen to it for 2 minutes again.
Yeah.
Just so I'm understanding this correctly.
JP would have none of this unprofessionalism in his own show. He has joined a dumpster fire.
You are messing my
That's
first ever
we
show.
should
took
we
11
should seriously we should seriously rename this show "The Dumpster Fire with Mike and Brandon."
Righty then. It's still going. Minute and 10 left. I love the countdown on here.
Okay.
So I got it, though. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. I'm a doctor.
I would argue that you don't.
I played a doctor on television. I know what I'm doing.
I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
That's right. At least I didn't play the sad trombone theme before hitting him. I told JP I was starving when we started this a half an hour ago, and it hasn't gotten any less starving.
Yeah, my stomach started making noises.
Yeah. All right, so when we go into this, I'll intro everybody and then discuss.
Are you going to remember this time?
Yeah, and I'll discuss what we're doing, and then JP, I'll introduce Brandon, and then I'll introduce you, and then your show, and then I'll ask you to give us a little bit of whatever you can legally without your department getting mad at you, history, background of yourself.
Yep.
And then I'll mention why we're doing this together, and then we'll just go from there. And if you want, Brandon, you can give us your account of 9/11 first.
Okay.
And then, JP, you can give us yours, and then I'll go last.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I think we're ready again. All right, here we go. There we go. All right. And 5.